Hello everybody, welcome back to the Noble Reactions. Today we are going to be watching the trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. I am pumped for this one. I'm a big fan of Paul Rudd. I actually really enjoy the Ant-Man movies. I know a lot of people maybe don't think they're the strongest ones in the series for Marvel, but I personally like them, so we're going to be watching that one today. So it has been a little while since we have seen Ant-Man and the Wasp. I don't really remember much about the last Ant-Man movie. I remember that he went into the quantum realm. Actually, they didn't think it was possible to actually sustain living, being in the quantum realm for a certain period of time, especially not a long time. So they had pretty much written off Janet, which was Hank Pym's wife, and obviously Hope's mother. She had gotten trapped there and they just assumed that she was gone and dead. And I remember Ant-Man and the Wasp was really a bit about bringing her back. Like, they actually got her back. She had some weird powers going on, some things happened, some crazy stuff. I don't really remember a whole lot about it, to be honest. It's been too long. Some of the Marvel movies, there's just too many years between the movies that I can't remember. And there's so many. I do know that Ant-Man played a pivotal role in Avengers Endgame, and actually bringing success to them to be able to take down Thanos, being able to actually use the quantum realm, do some time traveling, if I remember correctly, to actually go back and get the Infinity Stones. Robert Downey Jr. was able to do all that stuff. Doctor Strange, quantum realm, we've seen glimpses of this thing. And now we're actually going to be getting, I think, a movie that spends a lot of time in the quantum realm, I'm assuming, because it says Quantumania. So I don't know what to expect from this. I'm pumped. Let's watch the trailer together. We'll give you our reactions and we will break it down scene by scene and try to see what we can see and any things we can uncover, Easter eggs and that sort of stuff. So let's jump right into the trailer.
I used to ask myself a lot of questions.
Starts right off, Yellow Brick Road.
Scott, you're at ex-con. How are you an Avenger? That doesn't make sense. But everywhere I go, people tell me the same thing.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
People still need help, Dad. That's why we made this. It's like a satellite for deep space, but quanta.
So
Wait a minute.
Daughter?
You're sending a signal down to the quantum realm. Turn it off. Now!
Ooh, okay. So she knows something. Michelle Pfeiffer, Janet, she knew something before they even did it. She must have seen something in the quantum realm. Ooh, okay, here we go. I like the music. Ooh, what? Who are all these people? That's Wasp.
It's a secret universe beneath ours.
Huh.
What are you so afraid of?
Is that Freckles?
There's something I never told you.
This place.
Oh, wow. What in the world? That's not...
It isn't what you think.
Like, that's a whole universe. Ooh, is that Kang? I can't tell. Ooh, Bill Murray.
I can get you home. And give you more time. If you help me.
So his daughter's in on this? Yeah, there's Kang. That's Kang.
So, what's it gonna be? Ant-Man.
Okay. Okay. I know so very little about what was happening. I was getting Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness vibes all over again. Like, I have no clue what's happening in this.
Lots of CGI, as Marvel is continuing to put more and more CGI into their movies.
A lot of people have been saying putting bad CGI in their movies, though. People have been complaining that they're not going, not spending as much money on the CGI, so it's kind of looking bad. It didn't look that bad to me,
I
though.
thought that looked better than some of them that I've seen, but there was a lot.
I think, like, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness for me had some tough CGI in
not
there.
so good CGI.
It was tough.
There's a lot of big actors in there, and I saw Freckles. Well, I don't know Freckles from Lost.
Yeah, Hope.
I don't know her
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
I love Michelle Pfeiffer. Bill Murray was in there. Michael Douglas.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Lots of people.
Obviously, Paul Rudd. Jonathan Majors, I believe, is his name, that plays Kang. So Kang is going to be that they've been setting Kang up. I believe Kang showed up in Loki, in this Loki series in one of the episodes. So that was sort of the first appearance of him showing up in any sort of universe. Kang is obviously a super villain, really. Although in the movie it's interesting because he's like kind of like alluding that he could help them.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on here, but we need to just take a pause. I need to take a breath, and we need to go back through the trailer scene by scene and kind of break this thing down. So let's start at the beginning. I love the comedy in Ant-Man movies.
Yeah,
I know
that's my favorite part.
I know a lot of people don't like the comedy. And I think some of the complaints that we've heard are they don't need to add comedy into every single Marvel movie. Or like make every Marvel movie heavy comedy. I think a little bit of comic relief in all the Marvel movies is needed, but like heavy comedy, almost making the movie into comedy. So I think there's been complaints, and I agree with that. I don't think every single Marvel movie should be just like full-on comedy.
I'm okay with it.
But I think Thor movies are a good, like for me, Thor Ragnarok was hilarious, but also amazing.
And so is Ant-Man.
And I think
I
think Ant-Man is hilarious. I think it's fun. Paul Rudd, his character, he does a great job with comedy. I just think it's great. So I'm looking forward to the comedic element of Ant-Man. But I didn't see a ton of comedy in the trailer yet.
No.
I'm kind of glad because I don't like when they give away like
everybody calls him Spider-Man.
Yeah, like there's a little bit, and then Paul Rudd, you can even tell like just his demeanor is sort of
I just really
funny.
like him. Yeah.
And I'm glad because I feel like when they give away all the funny parts in the trailer, I get like, oh, that was the funny part, and then you go see the movie and it's spoiled for you. So I'm kind of glad. But it just, even in the way it starts out with sort of the Baskin Robbins, like that's where he started, right? Remember, he worked at Baskin Robbins. He's sort of like always wanted to get that coveted employee of the month spot, and he got it, except it's employee of the century. So I guess being part of the Avengers, he's back at Baskin Robbins. He got fired from Baskin Robbins. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. He got fired from Baskin Robbins. Now he's the employee of the century at Baskin Robbins. So I think that's just kind of funny. I like that little nod to it. And then, yeah, we saw the moment where he basically calls him Spider-Man, which I thought was funny. I like that because a lot of people act like Ant-Man's not really they're like Ant-Man. People don't like Ant-Man. Like they think he's like a lame character. I think he rocks. There's kind of some funny stuff out on the internet about how Ant-Man could have single-handedly ended Thanos really, really easily in a certain way, which we're not going to cover in this video. So I think you should probably check that out if you're interested somewhere on the web. But we're not going to cover it in this. Or you could watch The Boys. That's a similar analogy. But anyhow, also I liked they brought in Cassie. So Cassie Lang. I feel like she's been younger, and then now she's really coming into her own. It looks like in this film. It looked like she was like tinkering with stuff, inventing things. And then I saw her in a suit, in her own sort of like Ant-Man or Wasp suit at a certain point when she was running through the Quantumania with I think Paul Rudd or Michelle Pfeiffer. Or,
inventing
I don't remember
things.
who.
Is she going to be part of Iron Man?
She's kind of like Robert Downey Jr. now. She's like making a.
Iron Man?
No, I mean like her whole family is like, her whole side of the family is all like, genius inventors like Hank Pym.
He knows more than me.
You don't remember this?
No.
She doesn't remember because it's been so long. But like Hank Pym, he's the one who, with the particles, and he created the first everything. And then his wife, she was a scientist, and Hope sort of became a scientist and followed in the footsteps. Anyway, yes, Cassie. So it's good to see Paul Rudd, Scott Lang. It's good to see his daughter all grown up.
I'm pretty sure he said Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Yeah, sorry, Paul Rudd. Because I was trying to say Lang and Rudd, and then it all just went together. But anyway, Paul Rudd's character, Scott Lang, it's good to see his daughter all grown up. It's sort of part of the universe now. So we'll see. She might have a pivotal role in this movie. I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, maybe she's going to take up the mantle. I don't know. Some of these people are getting kind of old, so they need to start injecting the younger people.
Paul Rudd doesn't age, though.
He really doesn't. Like, he doesn't age.
He looks the same.
Why does he not age? I think he looks better than he did in Clueless. Like, I don't get it. Anyway, So then they jump to the scene. So when she's starting to tinker with that device, and she talks about how they're going to send a signal. I heard her say, we're going to send a signal into the quantum realm. And then Michelle Pfeiffer's character, who probably should know this because she lived there for years, that's a bad idea. You might want to shut that down, which I thought was cool. So it was sort of that ominous, like, wait a minute, hold up. You're doing what? But it was apparently too late.
Yeah.
Because they sent it and stuff blew up. And I guess they got sucked in. They got sucked into the quantum realm somehow. And it looked like they maybe all got spread out and scattered. Because it looked like when they landed, it was kind of like one or two people were here. Hope's character, Wasp, she was by herself. I don't know. It was a trailer. I don't know if they actually were separated or not. But it looked like maybe they were separated and they have to find their way together. But something's going on there. And then what? The quantum realm? I don't think we've ever seen this.
Yeah.
Like this. Like an actual, like
It was a whole universe.
Like a whole world. I was getting Star Wars vibes almost from that city. Like that city felt to me almost like, one of the major big cities in Star Wars. Like it was like crazy big, very futuristic, a lot of stuff happening there. High technology. It looks pretty cool. And then all of a sudden, Bill Murray shows up.
He totally did.
I have no idea why. I don't know who he's playing. I don't know what his character is. I have no idea what the relationship in the film is, what he's doing, but all of a sudden he was there. And I love Bill Murray. I think he's hilarious. Yeah, I'm excited to see what his character is going to bring to the table. Is he just going to be like, I feel like he's just going to be like a side character, like a funny side character, maybe like a emissary to Kang or something, or somebody that brings them into the city, comedic relief. Obviously, I don't think he's going to be a major character, but it's kind of cool to see him in there. I don't know, does anybody, people, you're going to have to tell us, who is he? What's he doing? What's his role?
Ghostbuster.
Yeah, maybe he's been playing enough cameos in the Ghostbuster movies. Maybe he's playing one here too. So I don't know. Let us know. You probably know more than we do about this, but I'm glad to see Bill Murray. I think it's cool. Yeah.
And who are all those people? And there was a guy with like a sun for a head.
Yeah, what was
I
that?
have no idea.
Like, who are all those
I
people?
have no idea.
Like, what were they all like superheroes? Like, is there like a whole another universe of weird superheroes in this alternate universe, or
They're all stuck there?
this world beneath a world or whatever?
Maybe they're all experiencing the same day over and over. Bill Murray is there.
That's true. So we have Groundhog Man. Yeah, I don't know who all those dudes were, but the dude with the little like glowy head thing looked cool, and he had like some real cool weapon. I don't know who all those people were.
You know who he reminds me of? The guy from the robot from Lost in Space.
He does kind of remind me of that. The new Lost in Space movies.
Yeah.
The new Lost in Space shows, not the original Lost in Space where the Danger Will Robinson dude
That's what
that
I think of.
walks around
That's what
in
I thought
a
of.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man suit. But the new cool one. Man, the new Lost in Space series. I liked. All y'all haters can just zip it. I don't want to hear it. I thought the new Lost in Space series rocked, and I'm so sick that it's over. Sick.
He's a nerd.
I'm sick about it. That show rocked. Any of y'all haters, I don't want to hear it. Okay, comment below and just let me know if you hate it. Whatever, it's fine. Just comment. So now let's talk about the main villain. We don't know this for sure, but I'm gonna have to assume that the main villain is Kang. Kang the Conqueror is a big villain in the comic books. I know that. He's a big part of the MCU universe. I think that he's going to be set up to be almost like the new Thanos, or at least playing some major role in this next leg of the Marvel movies. I don't know much about Kang. I also don't know, there's some, what's up with the team up? I mean, if he's the villain, why is he like, it seems like he's helping them.
Maybe he's not the villain.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he's doing that whole, I'll help you because I'm actually helping myself thing.
Yeah.
Like maybe he needs them to get out of the quantum realm so then he can conquer the universe. I don't know. Or maybe there's multiple Kangs. Because in the quantum realm and there's the multiverse and all the different things that are going on, maybe there's like multiple versions of Kang. And this is like the cool, nice dude that wants to help. And then there's like the busted, annoying, Kang. I keep wanting to say Cole the Conqueror. Does anybody Cole? Does anybody remember that movie?
No.
Cole.
Just kidding, I do, but only
Cole the Conqueror. Wait, is it Cole the Conqueror? Was that Kevin Sorbo? And then Kroll was a different movie that had the glade, the little like spikety glade thing. I love that movie, by the way. That is a classic film. I think it's Kroll.
Nerd.
Kroll, the glaive. That thing I always wanted one of those. That's a cool movie. It's got terrible effects nowadays. If you've never seen it, go see it. And you can laugh, but it's still a good movie. And then I think there's Kang the Conqueror too. I think that's like a Kevin Sorbo movie. Anyway, I keep wanting that. Every time I see Kang the Conqueror, that's what I think of. Am I even saying it right? I don't know. Whatever. Kang. So I don't know what's going to happen with Kang the Conqueror. I don't know. It seems interesting. Does anybody know what his role? What do we think he's going to be doing? Is it just the one Kang and he's just pulling a shady deal with these folks, or is it there's like a good Kang and then a bad Kang? I don't know. But I do know one thing. Jonathan Majors looks freaking cool. Like, he just looks cool. He looks cool in his suit. He looks cool in the scenes. He looks cool. He's got a cool tone of voice too, like his vibe. I just want to hang out with that dude. Like, I want to be friends with Jonathan Major and like go get a drink with him and hang out. He sounds like a cool dude. Anyway, he probably is a bad guy and he's gonna kill everybody, but whatever. There's one scene that I want to go back to right now. So because I saw it and I don't remember, I wanted to double check. So I'm gonna go back and I want to just take a look. Because there was this scene where it showed what I thought were rings, like the bracelets. Yeah, that definitely looks like him, and I think that they said that. If you remember Shang-Chi, I don't know how to say it, yeah. Shang-Chi, which, by the way, that movie rocks. Go see it if you haven't seen it. But it looked like the Rings of Power are somehow playing a role in this. I don't know how, but obviously the Rings of Power are extremely, extremely powerful, hence the name Rings of Power. But I thought that was interesting that those were in the preview. I don't know what their role is going to be. I don't know if they're owned by a bad guy, good guys. I have no idea. But I thought that was interesting. And I think the Rings of Power are going to play a big role going forward in Marvel. So that's our breakdown. A lot of stuff happening. Man, I just know we missed a ton of stuff. I know we missed some stuff. So all y'all Marvel friends out there, the ones that I know you're breaking it all down, you got your notepads, you know, you're rewatching the movies. I rewatch some of the movies a lot, my favorites, but some of them I only give like one shot to because there's only so many hours in the day for me. And so this is looking like a good movie, but I don't have all the details. So all of you who know more, comment below, let us know the things that we missed. What are we not seeing in this trailer? There's a lot of cool things happening that I think we're missing that are probably in the comics. Like the name of the city. I think it's like Kronos or something. No, that's Star Trek. Kronos is Star Trek. Chronopolis. I think it's Chronopolis. Anyway, I don't know if that's the city or not, but let us know. All right, so now we got to do the Noble or Nope. Is this a Noble trailer? Does this movie look good? Does it look like a Noble movie? Or is it a Nope, no good? What's your score? What do you give it?
Definitely a Noble. I liked Ant-Man from the get-go, so I knew I was going to like this, and I did.
For me, it's a Noble so far. I mean, it's a little crazy. It's hard for me to really get a feel for it, but I love Ant-Man. I love Paul Rudd. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, so I'm going to give it a Noble as well. So this is definitely 2 Nobles, trailer, Ant-Man. Can't wait. So hopefully you've enjoyed this trailer reaction video. We've had a lot of fun making it and watching this trailer. I'm excited for it. February 17th, 2023, it comes out. Be sure to tune in and check it out. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So thanks again for joining us. Until we see you again next time, bye-bye, everybody.